hours of submitting your credit application and new account form so that Diane and Julie can get your account into Wide Orbit. As you all know, they usually beat that time frame. They're usually the same day. They're really good to us, but that's not the standard. The standard is 24 to 48 hours. Okay? Once that happens, you can enter in your contract. RFPs. RFPs are 3 to 5 days. I would say probably 30 to 50% of the time they'll get them back to you quicker than 3 days. But when we have a lot of business activity and we're really working them hard with a lot of new business, it will take 3 or 4 days. Now keep in mind it's business days. Weekend doesn't count. So if you submit on a Friday, Monday is day 2. So keep that in mind. If you ever need a rush or you have a red flag opportunity where you have to get something back very quickly, see me and we can reorganize our to-do list to make sure we're taking care of the clients, okay? So 3 to 5 days on RFPs. Creative production, from a display perspective, 2 to 3 days. Now, there's no, 2 to 3 days is the best practice, but again, giving yourself more leeway just as a standard will keep you from getting on hot stones with your client, but always set expectations. Video obviously isn't 2 to 3 days, right? That follows the same turnaround times as TV commercials. Typically, depends obviously if we're shooting something for scratch or if we're just doing an edit. So you want to allow yourself 2 to 3 weeks of business for video turnaround minimal. And then in terms of campaign launch, guys, as you know, we're quicker and more nimble than we've ever been before. We typically turn things around same day in terms of getting it live. 1 to 2 days is the average. And a few of our products are longer because of the build-out time. The most guilty products from that perspective are digital radio, IP targeting, and email. Those have more robust build-outs, if you will, to get live. So this is a good reference sheet for you guys. I would encourage you to reference this after you sell a deal and you go into planning mode with your client in terms of you're planning out creative concepts, when is our goal date to get launched, kind of work yourself backwards. You know, if the client says, hey, I want to be live May 1, look at the calendar, you back out the number of days you need to allow for credit and building out the creative and trafficking. You say, okay, I need about 10 days. Do I have enough time to get live May 1? And it helps you set expectations with your clients. Any questions on turnaround times? Pretty straightforward, but a good reference guide for you. Okay, let's move on. UTM codes. Who wants to tell me what a UTM code is and what a UTM code does? Any volunteers? Paul, you can't answer.
Okay.
Paul's going to walk us through how to make it. Michelle, what do you got?